Hello, this is Eileen, the environmental educator, and in this video, we're going to talk about more ridiculousness out of the White House. They just announced $4.3 billion in climate grants. This was 2 days ago. Today is July 24th, so this was the 22nd. They have right here the EPA. They put out a statement on July 22nd again. Yes, that $4.3 billion in grants for community-driven solutions to cut climate pollution across America. Oh, that's interesting, because since VO's first presidential campaign, they have refused the solutions that would have already solved this problem, and these solutions here would do a gazillion times more good than this absolute just ridiculous $4.3 billion that this administration apparently doesn't know that America doesn't have. We're in currency collapsing debt. But they say funded by the Investing in America agenda, the EPA announces 25 selected applicants through competitive climate pollution reduction grant program to tackle climate change, improve air quality, and of course, advance environmental justice. That's right. Because of the $4.3 billion in grants, well, apparently about 1/10 of it, $400 million. Well, apparently about 1/10 of it, $400 million, is going to, that's right, environmental justice advisors. Because America has $400 million for environmental justice, which all we need to do is actually implement real solutions, and then we would just have clean neighborhoods for everyone, and it wouldn't cost us currency collapsing debt. But here, The Hill has another article about it, and right here, this is MSN. Now, right, it says 3W 3 weeks ago, maybe? It was fairly recently. But Biden says that people who deny climate change are either really dumb or have some other motive. Oh, well, being that they always say their opposition is doing what they're doing, you have to wonder what the other motive is that this administration is running on. And the thing is, I'm not giving the people who deny things, which, you know, they're pretty much saying are the opposition, the Republicans. But let me tell you, yes, they won't give real solutions, okay? But right here, young conservatives push Republicans to take action on climate change. And believe me, I try to stress that to Republicans that need to actually get on real solutions. But Republicans are just so busy acting like they're the independent media, just saying that global warming isn't real, and Trump says that we're going to have clean air and water, but we don't, and they won't give it to us. And I'm going to do some videos about that soon. Believe me, I try very hard to get to them and get them actually getting on solutions. But in the meantime, what we have is more currency collapsing debt, because you know what? Had Trump actually gotten on real solutions in his first term, we wouldn't be talking about this ridiculousness in this currency collapsing debt. Okay, it just wouldn't be happening. But right here, the EPA said it reviewed over nearly 300 applications that requested over $30 billion. And they just handed out 4.3. So about 10 times, not quite 10, 9 times as much was requested as there was money for. So, you know, people always go in high on their requests. And of course, it's important because, oh my God, they're going to cut pollution by 15 million metric tons of carbon dioxide, are roughly 2 percentage points. But the U.S. by 2030 2 percentage points, but the U.S. has pledged to slash CO2 emissions by 50 to 52% by that same year, right here, 2030. And now this 4.3 billion is going to maybe do 2%. So again, this is not going to achieve while they continue to refuse solutions that would achieve. And right here's some of the money that's being handed out. Right here, we can look at this one. Accelerating clean energy savings in Alaska's coastal communities. The grant will provide advisory services and incentives to replace residential oil burning systems with energy-efficient heat pumps in 50 Alaskan communities. Oh, well, that's wonderful. Now, Alaskan communities are very small, and, I'm for energy-efficient things, but it is not the responsibility of every taxpaying United States citizen to be making modifications to heat pumps in 50 Alaskan communities. There is nothing that says the rest of America is responsible for this. They're not. It's just absolutely ridiculous here, along with, all the other things. They're oh my God, they're going to, right here, to leverage the carbon sequestration power of natural and working lands for natural climate solutions to reduce greenhouse gas emissions. So leverage the carbon sequestration power? Are they going to try to make trees take in more carbon dioxide? I don't know. A lot of this is all just slush funds, like a lot of money in DC, and it all just gets handed out and then is never accounted for and never does any good. Okay? In 2 years, they'll be looking for another 4.3, probably 7 billion at that point in time. But right here, they say that the climate pollution reduction grants advance the historic Justice 40 initiative, which aims to ensure 40% of overall benefit of certain climate, clean energy, and other federal investments flow to disadvantaged communities that are marginalized by underinvestment and overburdened by pollution. The EPA expects to award the funds later this year once all legal and administrative requirements are satisfied. But of course, investments to disadvantaged communities. I truly am very sorry for people that live in poor communities where manufacturing is, that has emissions into the air and into water and soil. But these disadvantaged communities, they have every ability, like everyone else, to pull themselves up from their bootstraps and get themselves to a nicer neighborhood. And the thing is, if we would follow the environmental educator agenda, those communities could have manufacturing plants near them without all of the negative consequences. And where are you going to put manufacturing plants? In high-end residential neighborhoods? Well, see, that's what this occupation wants to do. Because then you make all neighborhoods not good neighborhoods. You don't lift anybody up, you bring everybody down. And that's what their communist agenda is about. But right now, they're going about their communist agenda with another 4.3 billion in absolutely valueless, worthless things that the government shouldn't be spending money on, shouldn't be subsidizing. The free market should be leading, and all we have to do is not spend much money or any money at all, maybe money organizing it, but it doesn't take money to end our use of disposable products. It doesn't take money to gain individual cooperation and have them turn off 40% of their unused electricity. It doesn't take a penny. It doesn't take a penny to get people to get going on hemp. But that's right. Actual real solutions aren't allowed, but currency, collapsing debt, and a big showpiece that's not going to achieve anything is what we have. And unfortunately, the other side won't give you solutions either. Just solutions, hemp, like I'm trying to explain to them in Peter Navarro, $1 trillion or more a year industry. You want to revitalize America's manufacturing? Hemp can do everything. Where is that in this agenda? Oh, nowhere. Never mentioned anywhere. Where is it just people living responsibly? Where is ending our disposable society? Everything that would actually achieve? Nowhere. Just currency, collapsing, debt. Oh, that's right. And of course, the ever important environmental justice, okay? Race baiting. So stay tuned, people.